Texas went to Lubbock yesterday, also got an L. 34-37. The Red Raiders found a way to get it done, and this felt like Texas of old. And when I say of old, Texas of like last year. Because Texas really had Texas Tech on the ropes late in the third quarter, up a comfortable margin, had the chance to, I think, really put it away. But what did we see? Texas Tech, pesky, find a way to force overtime. In the first overtime, Bijan Robinson puts the ball on the carpet. Texas Tech kicks a game winner. Stormy conditions in Lubbock. And for Texas, as a Texas fan, you're saying, oh boy. Okay, this is how it's going to be in 2022. I thought we just did this drill. What's going on? It's not all for naught, okay? Similar to Oklahoma, there's a fork in the road. I would imagine the percentage of the fan base that isn't saying, oh my gosh, we're doing this again. You're saying, well, actually, Quinn Ewers comes back soon, so we're going to be okay. Hey, you all saw the mullet. You all saw him against the Crimson Tide. He was dealing. We're going to be okay. We just got to hang on tight till he gets back. Hudson Card wasn't the reason you lost the game yesterday. Threw one interception, had 2 touchdowns, was reasonably efficient with the football. The offense wasn't the reason you really lost the game yesterday. So I would protest with that. On top of that, this is really the point in time where I think we find out a whole lot about Texas. Because that defense that we saw against Alabama was nowhere to be found against Texas Tech yesterday. So that tells me, okay, you get your gameplay dictated by who's across from you. Might get one Texas one day, the other Texas the next. If you're allowing 37 points, it may not matter as much if Quinn Ewers is playing quarterback for you. That sounds harsh, but I'm just being real. Even more so, let's say Quinn Ewers gets back sooner than expected. They play West Virginia, then they play Oklahoma, you got Iowa State, then you go Oklahoma State. Let's say Quinn Ewers comes back after Oklahoma. Now, he may be back a lot sooner than that. I think his progress has been extremely quick, and he was actually suited up yesterday. Let's say he comes back after Oklahoma. What kind of situation is he coming back to? Not just from a wins and losses perspective. You could be 3-3, you could be 2-4, you could be 4-2. I'm not really here to talk about that. From a locker room perspective, where's the psyche of this Texas football team when he gets back? Because a quarterback is great. A quarterback is the key ingredient to being successful from an X's and O's standpoint, allows you to do a lot of great things. They had a pretty good quarterback last year in Casey Thompson. In my opinion, that might be a hot take with some of the Texas folks, but they had a quarterback that was good enough to win. And we saw them against Oklahoma take them to the limit. A lot of people would tell you, if Caleb Williams doesn't check into that game, Texas probably wins. Maybe Casey Thompson's still there. From that Oklahoma game, we were all saying the same thing about Texas after the Alabama game. Never want to lose, but hey, they looked good. They're going to be okay. If they can play like that the rest of the way, they're going to be all right. Texas just slowly but surely drifted off the rails. You point to culture. That's not, you don't drop that many games in a row after playing as well as you did against Oklahoma because you just don't have it in the cupboard, because you don't have it under the hood. That's not the way this works. It's not like you go out there and you just have the exact same performance as you did the week before. Playing a team close doesn't allow you to win more games in the future. That's why they play the games every single Saturday. Every week you get a new one. The point I'm making is this. This is the stress test now for Texas. This is where we find out the integrity of this program. What's really under the hood? Because there was a lot of talk all offseason about revamping the culture. Hey, getting the bad culture out, bringing the new culture in. Bo Davis and his famous rant on that bus. A lot of guys hit the portal. A lot of guys came in through the portal. This is where we find out the ROI on that. This is where we test it's a hard word to say, the legitimacy of that talking. Texas, much like some of these other programs we've talked about from Scary Saturday, they're being squeezed. What do they look like when they get Quinn Ewers back? Is he in a position where everyone's mind is right, everyone's still bought in, main thing's the main thing, Quinn Ewers, you're back at quarterback, let's roll? Or is it, I'm playing for me, I'm going to get mines, that's how this is going to go? People pointing fingers, bad culture, toxic culture. If it's a toxic culture and Quinn Ewers is playing quarterback for you, Doesn't really matter. That's the fact of the matter. So again, Texas goes to Lubbock and drops a tough game to the Red Raiders in Lubbock, 34-37. Joey McGuire after the game said, hey, I told you they were going to break, didn't I? I told you they were going to break. Joey McGuire is one of my favorite coaches in college football, but if I'm a Texas fan hearing that, that stings. That stings, and I take that pretty personal. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.